have this like bulgy, yellowy brain looking thing. That's the lacrimal gland where tears are produced. They run across your eyeball and then into this sac over here called the lacrimal sac. From there they drain down into a tube called the nasolacrimal tube. Yes. Hooray. Then we have muscles. You have 4 rectus muscles that are named for their positions and 2 obliques. So, let's start on the top. This one right on the top is superior, and that is the superior rectus muscle, which elevates the eye and turns it medially, which is that way. So that's right on top, superior. Then on the bottom, you kind of have 2, but we're looking for the one, you can't really see it here, it goes straight back. You can see it better from the back. It's right here. Number 14. That is your inferior rectus muscle. It just runs from the bottom of the eyeball straight to the back. So that's inferior rectus, superior rectus. Then since you're looking at it, you know that the lacrimal gland is lateral, and this is the nose, so this is the medial side. So you have right here on the side, you have the lateral rectus. Yep. Reaches all the way to the back here. They all reach right back here. And then on the side here, it's a little harder to see, but you have the medial rectus. That's kind of connected to the bone over here. It loops up here and connects to this tendon.
The inferior oblique?
Yeah, right there.
And then superior oblique.
Yep. Alright. Well, I guess we'll start at the beginning. Let's start with the big 3 layers. This outer layer called the white of the eye is the sclera of the eye. It's going to be big and white. You can see it in everybody's eyeballs. It comes around to the front and connects to this part labeled 1 called the cornea. So the cornea is actually part of the sclera, but it bulges out a little bit. And there's a layer on top of the cornea. You can barely see it. This layer right on the outside is called the conjunctiva. And there's another name for it, but I forget the other name. Corneal epithelium. Yeah. Okay, then you go to the second dark brown layer that's in here. It's got a lot of pigment, a lot of blood vessels. It's called the choroid. And the choroid comes up to the front, and it kind of turns into the ciliary muscle and the ciliary processes, which are these little fingery things here. And then this right here is the iris.
Oh, the blue one?
Yeah, the
number
blue
3?
one. This person has blue eyes.
So it's number 2.
Yeah, I think it's number 3 on there. Yeah. And the hole right here that is normally black because no light is coming out of it is called the pupil.
Right here.
And the ciliary bodies are connected to where the lens.
Yeah, but you said to actually name the actual body. So this is going to be the
muscle.
The muscle.
This is the ciliary muscle, and these little guys right here, they're kind of wavy. Those are the ciliary processes.
Isn't it this? At the end, or is it?
I think it's actually right here because it connects to the blue and the white lines, and the blue and the white lines are the suspensory ligaments.
Suspensory ligaments.
So that's the actual fingers right here.
Yeah, there they are. Yep, they're kind of a wavy line. And you can't see it right now, but if this was in here, those suspensory ligaments would connect to the lens, which is the clear, hard thing here. And what else? Fovea and macula lutea. Let's do the next layer first. This yellow, orangey layer here. This is the retina. And that's where rods and cones are found.
Oh, it's this one?
Yeah, right below the brown one. The brown's the choroid, and then this yellowy orange.
Retina.
All of that's the retina. Then you come back here, and you got this little divot. It's really hard to see. It's total crap, actually. Did you guys write down what number he said things were? The fovea is number 35. So the actual little dip, that's the fovea centralis, or the central fovea, right there. And I guess the little orange around it, that is the macula lutea. Macula lutea. So the actual dip itself, that's the fovea. number 35, and the macula lutea is number 34. Yes, 34. So, yeah, those are there. We've got the optic disc, which is somewhere back here. Oh, maybe it's this little white guy, probably, which is a blind spot. There are no photoreceptors there.
Okay, these are you gonna tell us next time.
Optic nerve. Then you have the chambers filled with fluids called humors. Yeah, this is the big posterior. No, that's not a chamber. That's a cavity. You have two cavities, posterior and anterior. Inside the anterior cavity, you have two chambers.
Right here.
No, actually, that's where your lens goes. It's this little one, number 4, but we're gonna get to that. The first one here, number 2 on the
Between 1
model.
and 31.
That's the anterior chamber of the anterior cavity. It is filled with aqueous humor. It's right behind the cornea. This is the cornea, and this is the iris. It's between the cornea and the iris. It's big, filled with aqueous humor. That's the anterior chamber of the anterior cavity. And this little one right here, number 4. It's only a little one because the lens is right here. That's the posterior chamber of the anterior cavity. Those are both part of the front cavity. And they're both filled with aqueous humor. Then in the back you have the posterior cavity, which is filled with vitreous humor. That's the big jelly. This is more water-like. This is jelly. It looks like a jellyfish. It's going to be really gross. When we stab the cow eye, it's going to go everywhere. Well, that's actually going to be that. But still, gross. On here, can you see the lacrimal stuff? Not so much. That's more the other model. So I think for this, that's pretty much it.